It's the start of a new year, and you've decided that this is the one where you're finally going to reach your English goals. However, you're not sure exactly what to do, and you feel a bit overwhelmed. That's probably because you're not focusing on the 3 things in this video, and if you do, you're going to improve your English as quickly and efficiently as possible, so let's get cracking. Hey up mate, cheers for finding this video. My name is Dan, I'm a CELTA qualified British English teacher, and my goal is to help you communicate more confidently in English. Now this video is all about how to improve your English this year, and if you want to improve as quickly as possible, there are 3 things that you need to focus on. But before we get into it, if you need a bit of help on your English journey, you can get my BritSpeak starter kit for free using the link in the description. It's got a bunch of stuff that'll help you reach your English goals this year, so check it out. I want you to imagine you're taking a trip. You don't just set off in a random direction and hope that you reach the destination, right? If you do that, you're going to get lost, you're going to get pretty frustrated, and it's going to take ages to actually get to where you want to go, right? Improving your English is kind of the same. If you just work on random things and hope that you're going to reach your goals, it's going to take ages, you're going to feel pretty lost, and you're going to feel pretty frustrated about the whole thing. So that's why planning is so important, and making sure you have the right equipment for the journey is the only way you're going to make any real progress this year. And that leads to the first point: identify your goals. So the first thing we need to do for our trip is to pick the destination, right? We do this by setting some goals. Now, in my experience, people tend to set terrible goals when it comes to improving their English. They set goals that are completely unachievable, then they get frustrated that they can't do it, they lose motivation, and they just kind of give up. And we don't want that for you. So what we need to do is set goals that actually matter to you, and goals that we can actually keep track of so you can stay motivated. And that's where SMART goals come in. These are goals that are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. For example, your SMART goal might be something like, I want to improve my communication skills by the end of March, and I'm going to do that by having 2 conversations with my co-workers each week, and my focus is on explaining my ideas clearly, and I'm going to track it by making notes at the end of each conversation about what went well and what went badly. Now, when you are setting your English goals, I want you to focus more on the outcome of the language, not the language itself. The thing that the language will let you do, not how much you study, right? For example, I want to be able to have a conversation with my wife's parents in English, okay? Rather than, I want to learn the second conditional. You see the difference, right? Focus on the outcome because it's a bit more interesting. You should also set short, medium, and long-term goals. Maybe a goal after 3 months, a goal after 6 months, and a goal after 12 months. Then you can check in on them regularly and see how much progress you're making. And finally, what you're going to need to do is write down those goals and keep checking back and updating how the progress is going. So now you've picked your destination and you know where you're going, but you need to build a routine that will actually help you get there. And this can be the trickiest step, so I want to show you the best way to do this. And that brings us to point 2, design a practice routine that works for you. Now, this part is actually really simple. The problem is that most people just don't do it. They skip this part because they think it's too easy, and then they get lost and frustrated and give up. So for you to build a study routine that actually works for you, there's 3 things you need to think about. The first is to pick the specific skill that you want to work on. If you try and work on all of the skills at once, vocabulary, grammar, listening, speaking, reading, writing, blah, 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 you try and do all of it at once, you're going to achieve nothing. So pick one specific skill. Maybe it's pronunciation, maybe it's communication skills, maybe it's speaking practice, whatever it is, choose one thing and focus on that in the short term. Now, after you've picked the specific skill that you're going to work on, What you need to do is go out there onto the internet and find a bunch of information about that topic. We're looking for materials that you can use. We're looking for exercises that you can try. And what you're going to do is you're going to collect a bunch of that stuff that you can then use to work on boosting that skill. For example, if you're going to be doing speaking practice, you can go out there and look for exercises like shadowing, speaking out loud, audio diaries. Collect all that information, get all the resources that you're going to need, and put them in a folder on your computer or something so it's ready, waiting for you. And once you've got that information, you're going to get your diary or your calendar and you're going to mark down on Monday at 10 a.m, I'm going to do this exercise. And on Tuesday at 6 p.m, I'm going to do that exercise. And you go through the week or you go through the month and you write down exactly what you're going to do and when you're going to do it, so that way there's no guesswork, there's no, oh, I'll do it when I get a chance. It's built into your schedule, and that way you're going to be able to track it and you're going to be able to keep on top of it. And it's that simple. You just got to find the materials and then build a study schedule that works for you. So now we've picked our destination. We've also mapped out exactly how we're going to get there. The only thing left to do is actually start putting one foot in front of the other and heading in that direction. And that brings us to point number 3, consistent practice and evaluation. The biggest problem that most people have is consistency, right? Improvement comes from repetition and constant refinement, but people just tend to do it when they feel like it. Now, I'm not asking you to study for hours and hours a day. That can be exhausting, and we've all got busy lives and we don't really have time for that. But you just need to find 15 minutes every single day that you can dedicate to your studies, and you'll be amazed at how much progress you actually make in 3, 6, or 12 months' time. And the goal with this is not perfection. We're looking for consistency. Show up every single day and do your exercises. On the good days, on the bad days, on the miserable days, every single day, do your 15 minutes and you will make more progress than you ever thought possible. Just remember, every single step, no matter how small, is a step in the right direction and a step towards you communicating confidently in English. Another part of this is evaluation. Doing the practice is one thing, but actually reflecting on how it's going is another thing. For example, after each exercise, maybe keep a record of how it went, what went well, what you want to work on next, or even better, use your phone for audio recording so you can then go back and listen to it in the future and see how much progress you've made. Don't forget to check in on your progress every 3 months or so and maybe reevaluate your goals if you need. And if you do need a bit of help getting all this stuff set up, you should get my British English Starter Kit. It's got everything you need in there to help you build a study routine that actually works for you, that will help you reach your English goals. It's totally free. The link's in the description, so check it out now. Now, those are the 3 things that you need to focus on if you want to improve your English this year, but that's not all. You should also check out one of these videos while you're at it, because I'm sure they will help you out. Thanks for watching this video today. I'll be back again with another one really soon, but until then, look after yourself, mate. See you there.